Hello from the Office of Educator Preparation at Texas State University, and welcome to the second of two modules around student teaching, planning, preparation, and information for a successful student teaching semester. Our first module was about preparing for student teaching and about kind of situating yourself with one foot in the college environment and one foot in the profession. You might remember that we talked about this idea of what is a professional. And this module is focused on what it takes to get certified so that there is actually a piece of paper that documents that you have the specialized education, training, and skill to be a teacher. So as we think about certification, it might feel like it's a pretty long way away, given that you're not going to be student teaching until next semester and you won't be certified until after then. But there are things that you can start doing right now that will help get you closer to that certification and be on your way again to a successful student teaching semester and a successful job hunt after that. We discussed in the first module about the ways that we hold ourselves accountable, that there are particular guidelines from TEA, particular guidelines from the state, particular guidelines from the university, and guidelines from the district that are checks and balances that allow us to get the right people in the profession. Additionally, the state offers a certification process. And what do you need to be able to be a fully certified teacher in the state of Texas? Well, you need a completed bachelor's degree. Some of you are undergraduate students working on your bachelor's degree right now. Others of you have a bachelor's degree and have come to Texas State to gain certification or to get your master's degree plus your initial certification. So that part is already checked off for you. You also need to have a successful student teaching experience. Again, that's what the first module was for, to get you ramped up and ready for student teaching so that it would go as smoothly as we hope for. And finally, you need to pass your certification tests, the ones that are appropriate for your certification that you're seeking. If you think about it carefully, you realize that with each of these three requirements then, even with your graduation date at hand, you are not going to be certified immediately upon your graduation from Texas State University. You'll be certified once your bachelor's degree has posted to your transcript, which typically takes a couple of weeks, once your grades for student teaching have posted, which typically takes a couple of weeks, and once you've got successful test scores for the appropriate certification test for your degree. You can start now with preparing to take your certification test. There is an application for test approval on ePortfolio, and in order to fill that out, you'll need a TEA ID number, and we'll talk about that more in just a minute. You'll need to apply for test approval. You'll need to go to the test registration site, which is hosted by the ETS organization, not by the university. And then there's some key things you need to think about as we move forward. So first, let's think carefully about this TEA ID number. When you applied for admittance to the educator preparation program, we take those applications and upload them to TEA on a regular basis. Remember, that application is open all the time. That application for admittance to the educator preparation program is open all the time. And we take the information from those applications and upload them to TEA, and that action generates several emails for you that spur you to finish the steps for getting your TEA ID number. You can go ahead and do that now. Once you're admitted into the Ed Prep program, you can get a TEA ID number that allows you to begin to apply for test approval. And again, that application for test approval is an ePortfolio application that exists here at the university. Once you get test approval, our certification officer here in the Office of Educator Prep will poke the appropriate buttons in the TEA system, and that will allow you to register for the tests that you are taking. Your tests are dependent on and aligned to whatever certifications you're challenging or that you're seeking. And every teacher has to pass the Pedagogy and Professional Responsibilities Test, the PPR. So this semester, while you're preparing for student teaching in the next semester, you can go ahead and begin taking some of these tests. You might need departmental approval depending on your department. You might want to finish your education courses or your block courses, or you may feel confident about your content. Since there are several tests you have to take, you may as well go ahead and start working on some of them as soon as you get the approval from your department. Now here let's talk about this text in red, because there's some very important things to think about here. You may as well, again, go ahead and start testing. As of September 1st, 2015, TEA has mandated that teachers only have 5 attempts per test. It's important for you to think about doing some work in between. If you sit for a test and don't pass it, that's fine. Don't sign up for the next immediate opportunity. Spend some time in those ETS study resources. Those are available at the same website that's listed on this page. And there are study resources specifically to the Texas test and specifically to Texas content and standards. So those are going to be your best bets for improving your scores. As you move through your attempts, here at the Office of Educator Preparation, we keep an eye on your attempts, and TEA reports to us as you approach your 5 attempt limit. Because what happens if you hit that 5 attempt limit without being certified, without getting a passing score, is that you can never again sit for that test. That's pretty important to remember. So as you think about your taking multiple attempts at this test, remember that you're limited, and remember that it's really important to spend time studying. If you're not meeting the grade, if you're not making the passing score, there are things that you can do to intervene. This is what the certification keeper looks like in TEA. Once you get your TEA login number, and you can see right here it's referenced as TEAL, T-E-A-L, the TEA login. Once you get that, you can sign in, you can get yourself set up, and you can begin to keep track of your own certifications. This TEA login number will follow you through your career. So once you have that, you're identified as a teacher in Texas, or as somebody who's seeking to be a teacher in Texas. School districts can see what your certifications are. You can keep track of your certifications and your professional development. This is an important piece of information that you may have already gotten emails about and not paid much attention to. So your TEA login number, critical. In order to get fully certified, so that you can say to a district, I am a completely certified teacher. Again, the credit for student teaching has to have posted, your bachelor's degree has to have posted, and you have to pass all of the tests that are required for your certification. Once those things are in place, then again you apply with the Office of Educator Preparation for certification. After those requirements are met, then the certification officer here at the Office of Educator Preparation can again poke the right buttons and get you fully certified. Until then, after you've graduated and while you're seeking a job with a school district, you might need a letter of completion from us. And that's a service that the Office of Educator Preparation provides. Let us know when we provide a letter of completion that says that you've passed your certification tests. We're just waiting for your student teaching grade and your bachelor's degree to post. That tends to allow districts to go ahead and hire you in full faith that you're going to be completely certified. So just to recap, This semester, before you student teach, you can go ahead and start taking your certification tests. You have to make certain that you have applied for admittance to the educator preparation program, that you have applied for student teaching, and that you have a TEA ID number. With those things in place, you can ask for test approval and begin to challenge your tests for certification. One less thing you have to think about while you're student teaching. If you have any questions or concerns, the Office of Educator Preparation is located in the Education Building, room 2015. We have a website that explains much of this information pretty clearly, and you can email us at oep@txstate.edu. We look forward to seeing you, and good luck in your studies. Thank you.